I'm Sabita, and yeah, we will be starting our session on artificial intelligence today. Okay, and I welcome one and all. And I'll just be sharing a few files with you. I think I have already shared it on your chat. Okay, so just in case you'd like to refer it, you could download it and go according with the document. But anyway, I will be presenting the screen as well, which you can follow along. Yeah. All right. So let me know when there is any interruption due to internet disturbance, or you're not able to hear me, you're not able to see my screen. You can always stop, and we can go from first. All right. Yeah.
Hi.
Just a minute. I'll just share my screen and we would go ahead with this session.
Yeah, hi. I have
Okay.
a question.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
Sure. I just heard somebody mentioning that it is for 6 to 10 years age group. Sorry, for the classes 6
The grades. That's right, ma'am. Because as a concept, we are actually catering to a game-based concept learning, wherein they learn the concept of AI with on a game mode actually. So, but still, the concepts for grade lesser than 6 would be a little tough for them to catch up. But anyway, it just depends on the individual as well.
Okay. So do you need any background? Because should I be a part of it? Because my son is in grade 4. He just moved to grade 4.
Okay.
So
Okay.
do you think that it will be beneficial for us to be part of it? Do you have any eligibility requirements or like
Yeah, but we have catered to grade 6 and 10, ma'am. But if you would, depending on his interest to join the session, he can just go ahead, and maybe he may need your help regarding taking the URLs, copy pasting the URLs, which I'll be giving on chat. So I think there he might need a bit of assistance.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. So I'll just be sharing my screen here. Just a minute. Okay, so I mean, is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, miss.
Okay, fine. So the topics that we will be covering in today's session, children, would be introduction of artificial intelligence. Okay, why we need artificial intelligence in the first place. And just to understand the concept of artificial intelligence, it's better that we know a little about human intelligence. Yeah, so we'll start off.
Okay, miss.
And we'll have a very good game activity where you also understand the working of artificial intelligence. Okay, and also have a very interesting video about self-driving cars, which I think most of you would be interested. Okay, and we'll also discuss a little on the advantages and disadvantages of artificial intelligence. Okay, all right. So okay, the screen that you see in front of you have two pictures that are very familiar with you. Can any of me tell me what these apps are?
First is Google Map.
Yes.
Yes.
And the other one is Gmail. Yeah, you must have seen your parents use emails, right?
Yes.
Yeah? So these are a few familiar apps that are currently using artificial intelligence. So we have been using these apps on a daily basis, but we didn't realize they were working on artificial intelligence. Right? So this is what we are going to learn in today. Okay. So have you ever thought like you just enter the location you're in and the destination that you want to reach, but how does your Google Map know the estimated time, the shortest route, the traffic information? How does it process all this?
We put the location and
Yes.
Google Map show us the location where is that going in a short
Right.
route.
Yeah, but how does the computer know all this information?
From artificial intelligence.
Right. Very intelligent of you. Okay. So the similar way, your Google Maps also, you must have seen your parents type emails, and as they are typing, you will also see a few suggestions next to your typed words. Have you noticed that? Yeah.
No, miss.
See, in this picture here, the person who's typing the email has typed how. Okay. And Gmail is giving a suggestion of two other words, that is RU. But how does Gmail know that RU should follow the word how, right?
Artificial.
They're all
Because the gmail.com has, because WhatsApp also we had, so there are boxes what we should write. So also in gmail.com there come something like, and there are this boxes
yeah.
there, then we clicked on that, so that word is automatically written by artificial intelligence in Gmail, WhatsApp, and Facebook,
Right. So you
and
already
many
need
more
an
things.
explanation. Can I have your name, please?
Harshit Rane.
Harshit. Okay. Nice of you, Harshit. Thank you so much for the explanation. Yes, Harshit is actually right. And Gmail actually uses artificial intelligence to give you all the suggestions. Okay. So
Yes.
yeah, so this is the usage of artificial intelligence. And can you tell me if anybody has been acquainted with digital assistants like Cortana or Alexa or any of the voice digital assistants?
Alexa.
You have used? Yeah, can I have your name?
Ma'am Aravya Mehra.
Arogya, right?
Ma'am Aravya.
Aravya, okay. That's nice, Aravya. Yes. So these artificial intelligent devices use voice as the mode of input and they give us the desired services. Okay. So that also uses artificial intelligence that we are already using now at home, but we are using it on a subconscious level, right? Okay. So yes. So in if you take our homes, okay, today our homes are quite smart, right? Ranging
Yeah.
from our smartphone to we have various smart devices around at home. So can you name any of the smart devices?
Miss laptop.
Yeah, laptop can be considered as a machine, but it is not. It cannot be considered as AI. Okay, unless you have artificial intelligence services on it. Okay,
I have artificial intelligence service on my laptop also.
right. So then you can call it AI enabled or a smart machine.
Ma'am Alexa and Smart TV.
Right. So and Atar, yeah, I see that as your screen name. So is that your name? Okay. So Atar, can you tell me one of the smart home devices? Anything that you've seen around? I think Atar, your mic is off, so I'm not able to hear you.
Drones.
I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear you, right? Okay. Okay, so I'll just name a few of the other devices. You must have seen smart refrigerators. Yeah, depending on the availability of food and all, it automatically adjusts the temperature, right? And similarly, you may have smart ACs, right? Adjusting the temperature level according to your room temperature. Yeah, so we have various smart devices which are all enabled by artificial intelligence that we are using in our daily life. Okay, and now we'll see a small scenario of human intelligence. Okay, how did we learn and have all these capabilities from when we are born to what we have evolved today? Okay, so I have some 4 simple questions to all of you and you can answer. Okay, how did we learn to talk?
We
Anyone?
learn in AI or in real life.
No, in real life. As a baby, how did you learn to talk?
Ma'am, like the, how can I explain it?
That is so cute. Okay, no, I meant to say that we must have learned our mother tongue by probably listening to people around us, right? They must have
Yeah.
spoken words to us, and that's the way
Yeah.
we have learned to talk, right?
Yeah.
So our next, so we learned it from listening, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we listened to all the words. Okay, so the other question is, how did we learn to smile?
Other people smile, so we learned how to smile. When other
Yeah.
people smile, small kids see and they also smile when they look some funny or we very smart. or we
Good,
entertain
good.
them with a funny.
That's right. So we must have seen people smiling. So we gather all the information through our eyes. Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
And the other question that I have is, would you have learned to smile just after seeing one person smile at you, or just one when a person occurs that, I mean, just says the word once?
No, ma'am.
No, right? We must have heard it quite repeatedly. Correct?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so one thing, the other thing that we have learned is we have to, I mean, to learn something, it has to be repeated, right? Only then it
Okay.
stays in our memory, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So our fourth question is, how did you understand? So if somebody is telling you a joke, how did you understand that it was a joke and you started smiling? Or how
With
did you
our
understand?
brain. With our brain.
Yes. So we try to take all the information that we have gathered by repeated occurrences, and we have tried to form patterns. And that's how we
Yeah.
recognize them every time we listen to it or see it. Correct?
Yeah.
And our
Yes.
brain takes care of the processing of the information that we have received through our eyes and ears and all our sense organs.
No.
Right? Okay. But
Yeah.
a machine, all these abilities come naturally to us, right? But a
No.
machine does not have all of these naturally, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
So can you tell me how a computer sees you?
With a face cam.
Yeah, with the webcam, right? Okay. How does a computer hear you?
How does a computer?
Hear you.
With a speaker. With a speaker.
Headphone.
Correct. So Arav, yes. So through the microphone. Okay. So it listens to
Yes.
you through the microphone. When you speak
Microphone.
into the microphone, it listens to you, right? Okay.
Yes.
So the other sensing, we have all our sense organs like our hands and our skin and all those sense organs. But for a computer to sense other than the sight and the speech, it can sense temperatures, it can sense pressures, or I mean, various aspects of science, right? So for those,
Yes.
the computer uses something called sensors. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we understand that we take information from around through our eyes, our sense organs, and our listening ability, right? But a computer takes all the input from outside through a webcam or a microphone or through sensors, and it tries to understand by using a processor. Correct? All your laptops have processors, right? Only that
Yeah.
works for, yeah. So we have all these. Okay, so depending on these, no, whatever information that you're giving the computer, if it is in the form of an image or a video that is coming from the webcam, okay, those are called as computer vision. Okay, because webcam acts like a computer vision, right? It's the computer's vision, so it is called computer vision. Okay, and sometimes we give our voice or our language to Alexa to do some task, correct? Yeah. So
Yeah.
that time when we are giving the input in the form of voice or sound or speech, it is called natural language processing. Okay, what is it called?
National
Language processing.
Right. Yes, Gia. So, so this are the few things, and there is a third type of input that you give to a AI-enabled machine. It is through data. Okay. What is data? Data can be any information that you give the computer. Okay.
Yeah.
So, all of y'all must have shopped on Amazon.
Yes.
Yeah, you must have bought your toys or books from Amazon, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So if you would see the customer details on your Amazon profile, you would have your name, your billing address, your delivery date, your orders, your products in cart, correct? So
Yeah.
all these information that you give to the computer as input for processing, that type of processing is called data processing. Okay, so now we understand we can give information to a computer by either computer vision or natural language processing or data. Okay, so these are the 3 ways you can give information to the machine or the AI device. Okay, so can anyone
Miss,
tell me what is the form of input that you give Cortana?
what?
That is a digital voice assistant or Siri or Alexa. What is the type of input
Siri,
that you give?
Siri,
Yeah,
Siri.
what is the input that you're giving? You're giving
NLP.
images? Are you
What?
giving images to Alexa?
Natural voice processor.
Yes,
Right. We are
yes,
giving voice. So it is called natural language processing. So you're giving input as your voice, right? Okay. So
yes.
these are the
Miss,
types of input that we give an AI machine. Okay. And let's see what are the abilities that as human we have. Okay. Definitely we have the ability to learn. That's the reason we all are assembled here today in this session.
yeah,
Yeah, so we can learn, right? So that is our very
yes,
special ability, and that is a form of human intelligence. Okay, and we are also able to communicate. Yeah, how are you understanding whatever I am saying, or
with
how
a
am I
brain,
understanding what you
brain,
are saying?
with a
Yes,
brain.
right. And we are transferring our information from one person to the other, right? So it can
Yes,
either be through words or through emotions, correct? So that is their ability to communicate to each other. Okay, and we also think logically. Okay, so here I have another question. If you want to buy a book, okay, you have 2 popular
okay,
bookstores that have that particular book, and one is closest to you, that is maybe next to your home. Okay, and the other
yes.
bookstore is like 2 crosses or 2 streets away from your home. So which one would you prefer?
The
One next to our house, next to my
one
house.
next to,
Nearest.
next to us house, next to one house.
Yes, right. So I think most of you got that. Yes, we would probably go to the store that is very closest to us because we feel it's convenient, right? So by doing this,
Yes,
what have we done? We have actually thought logically, okay, whichever is the best solution, and we have taken a decision, right? So
yes,
so that's the reason we think logically. We have the ability to analyze the situation. We are able to decide, and by doing so we also solve a problem or a task, correct? So these
yes,
are the form of human I mean a few of them, a few human intelligence that we have. Okay, but when you give all these abilities to a machine, it can't be done naturally. We have it naturally, right? But the machine doesn't. So when we give these abilities to a machine, it is called artificial intelligence.
returns.
Okay, did you get
Yeah,
what artificial intelligence is?
yes, Miss,
Right. So these are the things that
Miss.
capable. Yes, yes, Harshit.
I know something computer.
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I tell you?
Yes,
The computer understand coding language.
right. Because we use coding language just for the computer to understand what we have. I mean, we both need a common language, right? So the programming
Yes.
language is the common language that we use to communicate.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
Yes.
good. So we'll just we know what is artificial intelligence now. Okay, and we'll see why we need artificial intelligence. Okay, so uh, tell me one thing. If at home your grandparents or your aunt, uncle all must be using something called Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
Yes.
Yeah, and they are very open to using new technologies, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe if a smartphone or a smart TV comes into market, they're
Mm.
so excited to look at what it's going to do, right? So
Yeah.
that's also one of the reasons why artificial intelligence is growing at such a speed today. Yeah, and one more thing is before like 10 years down the lane, your laptop, the size of your laptop was also huge, and maybe the memory there was just around 250 MB or 500 MB or so. But today you have gigabytes, right? Gigabyte
Yeah.
size of memory. Yeah. So as the technological advancement is happening, everything is becoming small with immense possibilities and capabilities, right? And that is also, the technological advancement is also one of the reasons why artificial intelligence is growing in such a speed today. Yeah. And
Yeah.
okay, so even today we have almost all gadgets around us surrounded with AI, right? So just imagine if
Yes.
we have 10 years down the lane, when you all grow up, and when you all do when you all take up your areas of interest, okay, most of them
Yeah.
would consist AI, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So isn't it necessary for us to learn AI at this particular time and phase of where we are in?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Because when we grow big na, so we'll go to office and there will be ask questions of
yes,
AI. So
correct.
if now we learn, we will take easy to answer the
Understand them.
questions of AI.
Correct. Yes. So that's the reason we are doing this session today. So we'll just give you a hint of what's AI at a beginner level, and then maybe we could go ahead and learn a little more deeper. All right. So this is why we need to be aware of the AI technology that's evolving at such a fast rate today. Okay. And
Yeah.
what are the expertise of AI? What all the AI can do? Okay. What the human can't. Okay. So obviously it is doing at a very high accuracy. Once you have trained your machine, it is doing at a very accurate pace, right? And it is taking a better decision, okay, with no corruptions and anything in the system, correct? And it can solve complex problems. So this are the expertise of AI we actually are looking into. Okay. So all right. So with this, I would ask you if you want to play a small game, okay? And Ms. Ravali would be assisting you with the game called Rock, Paper, Scissors. Have you all played Rock,
Yes.
Paper, Scissors before?
Yes.
Okay. So it's an AI-enabled game, and she would be assisting you with this game. All right? Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Ravali.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And I
Yeah.
really appreciate the students' interest towards this class. I'm really very much of happy to see their expressions and all.
Yes. Good response from all of you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like this
Miss,
is the best batch.
Yeah.
Miss,
Yes, Archit.
Miss, I joined the coding class and I'm making game of it and I'm
Oh,
practicing here
okay.
also and
Good. So
I'm
that's the
watching
reason.
videos
Okay. And
and
that's the
I'm
reason you've
watching
come here.
videos of coding. Yeah.
So
Good, good,
that's so
Harshit.
nice of you, Harshit. Yeah, so I just wanted to know, like, what is this rock, paper, scissor game, if you people have ever played? What is it actually? Any answers?
Okay. Show me what's a rock.
This.
How do you Yeah,
Okay.
we all have the symbol, right? And
Oh,
paper?
so what is paper? Okay,
Like
nice.
this.
Nice. Caesar? Okay, so with this of knowledge, we'll just go into the game. So let me share my screen to you people. So, yep. Is it visible, my screen?
Yeah, it's just loading, Ravali. Yes, I think now we are able to see your screen.
Yeah. Okay, so firstly, I would like to send this link into the group chat so that you people can access through it. Okay, so where do I find that? Yeah. Okay, someone is entering. Okay. Yeah, so you can access this one. So just copy this URL and paste it in your website. Okay. So now let's go through this game now. So initially, like this is the rock paper scissor home page. So just click on start over here. Okay, so initially, like, we need to train our symbols, like whether it is rock, whether it is paper, or whether it is scissor. So that is how we are gonna teach our machine, like, okay, telling this is rock and this is paper and this is scissor. So come on, let's train our system now. So just show the rock symbol like this and just click on train. Okay, yeah, so just click on train. So you need to do this until you get some 50 to 70 samples, so for better response. Okay, so just hold on this rock, nothing much, so it will only take the samples.
Oh.
Yeah, so this is fine. Okay, okay, so now you can see when I do this, so it is predicting it as rock. Okay, so now similarly we need to train it for paper also. And if you feel like the samples are not that much of like appropriate, just click on this reset button, so you can again start training it from first. So this is the few things like we can do. See, I'm just showing the variations of the rock. Yeah, so this is fine. Now let us train paper. So this is called paper symbol, right, kiddos?
Yes.
Okay, so let me train this paper. Just click on this train paper. Yeah, so I think this is fine for now. Yeah. So now let us train the scissor. So is this the scissor symbol?
Yes, miss.
Okay, so let us train the scissor symbol. Just click on this train scissor. Okay, so you can see if you just click on that symbol, it will continuously take your samples. So this is fine. So now we'll see how is this system is going to predict our moves. See, if I give rock, you can see that confidence level increasing over the rock symbol, and then it is predicting it as rock. So if you show paper, so you can see this paper being increased. Okay, the confidence level being increased in the paper. So similarly, if you show the scissor, you can see it is predicting it as scissor. So kiddos, so we are done with our training. So let's go into the game now.
Yes.
Okay, so just click on the start game over here. Okay, so now, okay, so this will be the input place, like where you show whether it is rock, paper, or the scissor. So here the computer's move will be predicted. So just click on play and show any of the symbol. See,
फोन पे वो लिंक हम खोल रहे तो पता नहीं कुछ दिखा रहा है.
okay, I showed the scissor whereas computer showed the rock. So ultimately it has won. So let us play again and see what's happening.
थोड़ा खाओ, मैं थोड़ा बाद में खाऊंगा. आप थोड़ा सा खाओ, मैं आपसे लेके बाद.
Okay, wow. So this time I am the winner. So you can see, like, I have given the paper symbol, whereas the computer has given rock. So ultimately I have become the winner. So let us try again. Let me give rock this time.
मोबाइल से नहीं हो रहा, लैपटॉप में भी नहीं हो रहा.
Yeah, it's not happening.
Okay, you can see, like, I have shown the rock symbol.
Miss,
and computer.
Miss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's nothing is happening right from the start. Like if I press on the start, we're just on that page, home page itself. It's not going
Okay.
anywhere.
Ma'am, is any of your, is there any firewall blocking your video access? Because you would need to allow access to your camera from your, I'm sorry, you would not be able to see this on the mobile efficiently, but I would suggest you see it on the laptop.
I am logged in from the laptop only, but still, I'm still on that screen where like the symbols of the hand, it's been, yeah, it's on the start screen and it's not letting me enter anywhere.
Okay, I think
So
that's because
if you
your
click on
permission
this
has
button
not
also,
been.
it's not happening.
ते लावायचे आपल्याला.
But it's not asking for any
लावायचे ते
permission.
लॅपटॉप वर.
Okay, are you using Chrome, ma'am? Are you using the Chrome browser?
Safari.
हे वाला.
Can you please use Chrome, because this app works on Chrome only.
Okay, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Just
Look, Chrome
let
is
us
what I
know,
am
ma'am.
seeing,
If
yeah.
any issues, we can try it out. Like issue.
On Chrome.
RPS.
rps.happymonggo.com.
Mongo, MONGO.
Okay. So this is start. All right, now I can see it.
Geo.
Yeah, so when you
Dot
click on start, like you can see, like
com.
by just clicking on that buttons, you can train it like however you want. Like just click on train rock like this. So
Okay.
yeah, instead of me doing, would anyone like to present this game, children's, as you have understood now? Would anyone
Yes, miss.
like to demonstrate this?
So how many
Yes, miss.
samples you supposed to do it? Like
So it should be like 50 to 70 examples. Just click on the train rock. It will only take. Just wait for 50 to 70 samples. That's fine.
okay. You just show the fist and then probably we'll just press on the train rock.
Yeah,
continue
just
to
show
press
like
on
this
train
and click
rock.
on that train. So you can see that. You can see my screen. It's keep on going. So it is keep on collecting my samples what I'm giving. So just stop it if you feel enough. Like if it is something above 70 or like that.
Internet.
So any doubts on this game, children's? Or you want
No,
me to
miss.
play it again or what?
I think you should do it again because you're still not able to get it.
Okay,
right.
I think Ravani,
Okay,
you can
fine.
just
I will
repeat it
show you.
once
I'll
more.
show you. Not
Yeah.
an issue. So that is for rock we did. So show the symbol for the paper like this and just click on this train paper. Okay. So we'll wait until it takes something 50 to 70 samples. So the more we give, the better response we get. That's it. Nothing much. Okay. Okay. Then let's give Caesar now. Yeah, I think.
I'm sorry to interrupt, but it's still not getting the samples. Like I can see the picture, but then when I press train rock, it's not like registering those samples, those pictures there.
Ma'am, if
Okay,
you don't mind, can you share your screen to us, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay, let me unstop. Yeah, so can you share it, ma'am?
Like they're saying that you cannot share the screen when other participant is sharing. So I believe you'll have to stop sharing it.
Yeah.
I have stopped sharing it. Hopefully no one is sharing. Can you try it now, ma'am?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, I have joined right now. Is this the demo class?
Yes, this is the demo class, and yeah, you missed a few slides, but I think you should be able to continue now.
बनवायचंय का तुला ते कशात बनवायचंय
.com होती ना तिथे जा आणि तिथे
Are you still facing the same issue, ma'am?
No, miss.
Okay, for somebody who has entered now.
I think, yeah, I have admitted them.
Start.
We'll wait.
इथे कनेक्ट हो
Okay, again one person is waiting. Okay, I have joined them. Children, can everyone mute your mic for a while? So I think one of our friend is facing the issue. So let's solve that.
Okay, I think Attar has raised his hand.
Okay, someone is presenting. We'll just look into it. Yeah. Can you show us like how you are training the machine, ma'am? Like if it is rock, paper, or scissor?
Yeah, and you need to click on train rock and do not leave the button until you have 50 plus samples.
And it would be better if you are closer to your system and then show your fist. Okay.
Okay, I think there is a lag
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the.
I think you can see now. Just click on that training button itself and show your face. Yeah, now click on that train rock. Zoom detected a problem with your computer's audio, needs to restart.
Okay, I think there is a lag in the computer, so that's the reason we are not. Okay. Ma'am, I would appreciate if you would just try to restart it and just try it after this session. I think Atar has a question. Yes, Atar, you can let us know what your. Okay, could I screen share? It's easier to show than tell. Yeah, sure, Atar. Yes, so Atar is presenting the screen now. So whoever hadn't understood the first time, you could just see this again and try. Okay, Atar, are you, you're not getting the webcam image, is it?
Atal, can you close this tab and again re-enter the link in the website? Hope that will solve our issue. Okay. Click on start.
Okay. Can you click on the camera, Atar? That is on your URL bar. Right on top, you have a message actually. To teach your computer, click on the camera. Okay, if your camera is blocked, Atar, you may not be able to play this game. If any antivirus or any interference is there, you may not be able to play this game.
So in order to play this game, first of all, your camera should be turned on. So we need to make sure our camera should be on, then it works fine.
Okay. I would request all of you to try this once we have finished our bit of information, a little more information that I'd like to share with you all. Okay. And
ma'am, what was that? I joined a little bit late. What was the rock paper?
Sure. Okay. So I'll just share my screen to you, just a minute. And yes. Okay. So can you see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have your name, please?
Ma'am, Hiranj.
Hiranj, is it? Okay, so Hiranj, since you've just entered now, we were just discussing a small introduction on artificial intelligence. Okay, so we were just looking at the two familiar apps that we were looking at. One is Google Map and the other is Gmail. Okay, so today we are using these apps and these have become very necessary, right? But we also are using it very subconsciously without knowing much of artificial intelligence, right? But these apps are powered by artificial intelligence. Okay, and a few examples of artificial intelligence that you're also using, maybe Alexa, Cortana, yeah, all the digital assistants, your self-driving cars, yeah, and many more. All right. And we also discussed like how as humans we receive information through our eyes, through our ears, and through our sense organs, right? So when we talk about how humans have learned the intelligence that they have today, we must have actually learned how to talk or how to smile or even understand them from being a baby to what we are today, we must have gathered all this information and try to understand, relate to this, and then when it is repeated over a time, we know how to react to a situation, right? So by learning from all the information that's around us, we have a few forms of human intelligence. Okay, so we have the ability to learn, we have the ability to communicate, we have the ability to think, analyze the situation, and take a decision, and to problem solve as well. Yeah, these are a few features that have kept human really unique. Okay, and when we give this human intelligence, these all come naturally to us, but if we have to give it to a machine or a computer, then these, I mean, transfer of this abilities to a machine is called artificial intelligence. Okay, and like humans, we take all our information through our sense organs, right? Eyes, I mean ears, and our senses. But a computer would be taking all the inputs such as images, videos, or audios, yeah, through its hardware devices, right? So a computer can hear through your microphone, your computer can see through a webcam, right? And so these are the different types of input that you give an machine. Okay, so if your input to an artificial machine is in the form of an image or a video, like how Ravali just exhibited a game to us, right? So what is the training data that you're giving there? In the form of rock, paper, scissor, you're giving images, right? So when you're giving images, it is called computer vision. Okay, and if you're giving or I mean input as your sound or audio or any possible music or something like that, that is in the form of natural language processing. Okay, and we also have a third input that you give other than the images and audio stuff. It would be some kind of information, right? The information can be anything related to the username or user details, patient records, or the bank details. Any type of information that you feed the computer to train is called data processing. Okay, so what we learned is, we learned what is artificial intelligence. It is the ability to do human-like activities. Okay, then we knew, we also discussed the three domains or the three types of inputs that we give an artificial system, yeah, artificial intelligence system. That is computer vision, if it trains itself with images or videos, right? And we also have to give audio as input, so that time it becomes natural language processing. And there is a third type called data. Okay, so these were the things that we discussed in the initial stage of the class, Hiranj, and we also played the game which Ravali has put it in chat. Okay, and you could play the game from the URL. Okay, I think some of y'all are having a problem with the camera settings. So if your camera settings or your internet, there is an issue, you would face a problem, and this should be open only on Chrome browser.
Can you please put the link again?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine. I will just put it.
Yes, Ravali, thank you. Okay, so we just saw this particular game, and the concept of artificial intelligence was not something that came up now. Okay, it had actually started in 1950 by an English mathematician called Alan Turing. Okay, so he just started this concept of artificial intelligence because with just one question. He asked himself, like, can machines think? Okay, by 1950 the machines could do all the calculations, computations, and very complex problem solving, but there was one thing that was missing, he thought. Okay, that was the question of, can machines think? So that led to the concept of artificial intelligence, and it gradually progressed over these years, and in the last 5 years it has absolutely shooted in its performance. Okay, so maybe I mean, first it came with a few game playing moves, like if it could compete a real chess player. Okay, then they came with a few digital assistants like Eliza and a few other, which initially they had uh, developed. Okay, then they came up with the moving eye robots, okay, that would cross the obstacle course. Okay, so like that it has gradually progressed over the 50-year span, and it has reached to a certain level of artificial intelligence that we are experiencing in all our apps and devices that we have around. Okay,
Miss,
all right. The reason why Ravali actually played this game is to show you how all these, we have a few examples, right? We were talking about self-driving cars. We were talking about companion robots. We were also talking about digital assistants like Siri, Cortana, Alexa. We also spoke about smart home devices. And we have artificial intelligence in medicine. That is, they are able to detect various diseases, okay, using artificial intelligence. We have it in our video games. We also have it in our education, right? So AI is over all the industries spanned. Okay, but we need to know how it actually works, right? So that's the reason Ravali showed us this particular game. Okay, so the stages of how the AI system works is, okay, you first take the data, right? So what was the data that you took into the rock paper scissors game? Can anyone tell me? What were the 3 categories of images that you trained the machine with?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Right. Okay, so since we are using images, can you tell me the type of AI depending on the input that we learned? Is it computer vision, or is it data processing, or is it natural language processing? Which type of data are we using?
Computer vision.
Computer vision.
Correct. We are using computer vision, okay, for this rock, paper, scissors. Okay, once we took all the data, okay, what it does is, since you clean the data by saying that these are rock, paper, scissors, this is rock, this is scissor, and this is paper. So you're segregating all those images in different categories or labels, right? And by doing so, the computer builds a model for itself. When she clicked on training, right, the model was actually learning those images. Okay, so once it was totally, if you would have seen the percentages of prediction, when it says confidence level 99%, right, when she showed the correct if she showed a rock, it would show confidence level on rock as 99, right? So that was actually the percentage of the training that the model has undergone. So it has got trained. Okay, so once it is trained, she actually went to another page, right, to play the game, right? So that is your predict stage, wherein you can use that particular artificial intelligence model. So you use the model that was built on the first training page in the second page where you played the game. Okay, so this was the small working scenario of how an artificial intelligence system works. Okay, so what we understand here is, for any artificial intelligence system to work, you have to train it first. So once you train it, it builds a model for itself to recognize that particular pattern. Okay, and once it is fully trained, you can put it in your devices like your TV, your fridge, your anything, and it could work accordingly to the mentioned service. Okay, so this is what is actually happening. Okay, and we would also we also saw the inputs, and this is the way Alexa works. Okay, so this is the user, or you, who is giving the command to Alexa in the form of audio. So if you're giving it in the form of audio, which form of AI is it? Can anyone tell me? To Alexa, which is the form of input that you will give, and what is it called?
Natural language processor.
Yes. So when you're giving the input to Alexa, Okay, it starts recognizing it recognizes your speech, okay, and it sends it through the Wi-Fi to the Alexa that is on the internet, and there it will give the instructions what it needs to do, and then it comes back via your internet and does your service for you from the connected devices. Okay, so Alexa was able to recognize whatever you speak because Alexa was already trained with that speech data or the speech recognition AI model. Okay, all right. So we have a few advantages and disadvantages as well. Okay, so what are the advantages of artificial intelligence? We can reduce human error. Yeah, because sometimes humans tend to get tired, so they can make mistakes. But if we use an artificial intelligence system, okay, the reduction of human error would definitely be there. Okay, and where we can use the artificial intelligence, wherever the humans are at risk. Can you tell me any two fields where humans are at risk?
Miss, when they are tired and
Okay, where is it a danger to humans? Any field of or workplace where humans are in danger?
Defense sector.
space,
Sorry?
Defense sector.
Miss,
Okay, yes, defense sector, right.
Miss,
Yes, so instead of your soldiers, you could use your AI robots,
Miss,
right? So we can avoid the risk to human, and also in mining areas and all where humans are at risk, you can replace them with artificial intelligence robots, right? And we as humans have a stipulated time of work, right? We go to office in the morning and then come back by night, or we have those 8 hours to work in a day, right? But if you're going to use an artificial intelligence system, you could use their services 24/7, correct? They work throughout, except when you're maintaining them, right? Okay, then this we obviously have digital assistants. Yeah, before, when we were kids, we had to rely on, before internet that is, we had to rely on neighbors or our teachers, our seniors, for any information that we may need regarding our education projects or whatever. But at today's scenario, you have everything done on Google, right? You just look in for all the information on Google and you get all the digital assistance.
Miss,
Yes?
I have heard a news in 2018 or 19
Mm.
in Indonesia.
Yes.
In Indonesia or something foreign countries, the
Yes.
waiter were changed into the artificial intelligent like robot.
Right. Good. So that's a good observation. Yeah. So digital assistance is all around you. Why? Because it's fast and accurate. Okay. So these are the few advantages that it would do to humanity if AI is improved. Okay. So now we'll also see a few limitations or disadvantages. Okay. So as artificial intelligence is a high sophisticated technology, the cost of creating them will also be high because they need additional gadgets, or they need additional sophisticated hardware to cater to all this, right? So the cost of creation is higher. Okay, and yes, it is making humans lazy, right? Because before, we just had to get up and switch on our TV, or get up and switch on our music system to listen to our playlist. But now we just say Alexa to do it. We say, Alexa, turn off the light, or put on the light, or we just give instructions and our task is done without even getting up from our sofa, right?
Yes.
So it's obviously making humans more lazy.
Yes. So,
okay, physically lazy. Yeah.
but it is not good for use technology wisely. If we use technology in everywhere, it can be disadvantage or it can be very danger end using of it if we use the technology on all of our work.
Right. Yes. So we should use it responsibly. Correct. All right. And the next point that we need is, we notice here is unemployment. Okay. So have you, you must have heard people talk, or maybe you've seen it on TV. When we call a customer service nowadays, you don't even know if a real person is talking to you or if it is a virtual assistant helping us with all our queries, right? So if you would see our banking websites, they have a digital assistant, and if you have our Amazon or any e-commerce website, we also have digital assistant there to answer our queries, right? So if artificial intelligent devices are going to replace human tasks, obviously there will be a chance of unemployment, right? But definitely one thing that an artificial intelligence device today lacks is out of box thinking. Okay, when humans are encountered with something new, they actually at least give it a try, even if they don't know. Okay, they just think out of the box to solve that particular problem. Okay, so that ability, artificial intelligence devices of today lack. Okay, but we do not know what goes in future. Okay, so these are a few disadvantages that we have with artificial intelligence. Okay, so now I want to show you one video. As I had promised, we will be seeing a video on self-driving cars. Okay, so just let me know if you're able to hear it, or I will pass the link. Okay.
No, I think it is not that
It's not
audible.
that
Yeah, it's not
audible.
audible.
Okay, I'll just share the link that you will be able to see it. Just a minute. Is the chat here? Okay. Okay, Ravali, I'm just putting it on to you. I'll just, yeah, you can just share it with the group.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yes, so I have shared the link so you people can see it. It's really a very nice video. So you'll get to know how it is actually Google self-driving car is actually working. So let us know in the next class if you have any doubts in this video.
Yeah. So I think the audio wasn't clear. So just let me know if you're able to access that particular link and see the video yourself.
Yes, miss.
Yeah. So I think that
self-driving vehicles can detect obstacles and stop if necessary. With the help of sophisticated technology, vehicles from Navaya, Waymo, and Local Motors are able to pick up passengers on demand and take them to their desired destination. Autonomous vehicles are also able to recognize traffic lights and road signs at intersections and act accordingly. But how do they actually do all this? Self-driving cars do not require a driver to get from A to B. The technology in and on the vehicle is the driver. The technology includes many sensors, such as LiDAR sensors, ultrasonic sensors, cameras, and radar sensors. The sensors are located at the front and the rear of the vehicle. Cameras and LiDAR sensors are also frequently found on the roof. Without them, the vehicle would be virtually blind. LiDAR is a key component in many vehicles. LiDAR works similar to radar. LiDAR, however, does not use radio waves, but many light rays that are reflected by the objects in the surroundings and detected by the
So
LiDAR.
children, I feel like I want to demonstrate this video to you people. So let me try it by showing it directly from the YouTube. So can everyone turn on their mic? Turn off their mic. So let us see if it works from YouTube or not. So
Yes, it
let me.
works. I've seen.
Okay, so let me share. Okay, mom, can you stop sharing it, mom?
LiDAR does not
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah.
Okay, so let me go share my link. Yeah, I think you people are able to see, right?
Yes.
So let me know if you people face the same problem, if it is not audible or something like that. So we'll just try it. Is it audible?
Noise.
No, Ravali, it's just loading now.
Okay, we'll see. How about now?
No, the audio is not taking in. Okay, I think they should be able to access on their browser itself. So the audio would be a little better. Okay, so
Yeah.
Ravali, can you just give them a brief about what is the actual content of the video, please?
Okay, fine. Yeah, see, there's actually nothing much in this video. So actually, like, what do we like? I want to know, like, why do we use this, like, the self-driving car without the drivers? Any
What is
answers?
the advantage?
Okay, so we can say that this self-driving car is also known as the driverless car, and we can also call it as robocar or the robotic car. Is it? Since like everything is programmed into it, so we don't want any driver in order to drive the car, as like how humans will be doing it. So we can tell like this self-driving cars, it is like combined of variety of sensors, like where it can sense its surroundings and all. Like a few of the sensors it uses, such as like radar, lidar, and this GPS things and all. So we all aware of that GPS thing, so where it will be tracking like where we are, like, and all. So that is the thing, and mainly it uses of the camera. So with that camera, so it will provide the visuals of its surroundings, and it will be detecting the speed and the distance of the nearby objects. So with these things, we feel like it is impossible to run this self-driving car. So will anyone tell what is the main disadvantage of using this Google driving car without driver?
If
Yeah,
the
Harshit?
if the driver is riding this car,
Mm-hmm.
stop in the middle of the road, then the car won't work, and if the charging come, then how will he control? So this is the disadvantage of using this car. If he's controlling or a mobile, the charging will run out very soon. Then he cannot control, and the car is there. It will stop there for 1-2 hours. Then it will come to the stop.
Okay.
Well,
So
I
I think
appreciate Harshit. Like it's not that
yes.
partially it is right, but the main disadvantage is like, suppose imagine like you're driving the car, like if some dog or if some human or if some rat is going like passing the road, so you will immediately stop it, right? So since like you don't want to harm any of the small features or something like that, so that is the reason, like in order to detect, so it should be like very big enough. So the object should be very big enough in order to detect. So if not, like it will end up in like like hitting that small objects or ending up in accidents like that. And as we can see that we can see like it is using the sensors like lidars, radars and all. So how do you think, like, if see like we are the humans, right? Like if we see the red signal, we'll stop it. If we see the green signal, like we'll move it, right? So how do the cars detect whether it is the red signal or green signal, and how do it detect it? Like how does it will know that it has to stop? Okay, I got the red signal and I have to stop it here. So how will it get to know that?
If they if the remote control is here, human will see with a camera or this. If the car is automatic, then there will be sensors or camera, and the sensor will stop, so the car also will stop, so we can stop like that. And
Yeah,
that is
so
my
you're right, Harshit. Like as we can see that sensors, radars, everything, it is already been trained up with the red signal or the green signals, everything, and its surroundings and all. So that is the thing. So the mainly thing is the sensors are being very important to this self-driving car. So through that, it will be sensing its environment and move it accordingly as how like human goes. So you can like this is the content which is there in this video, so you can just go through the video so you will understand even more better.
Okay, so yeah, thank you, Ravali. And
Yes, ma'am.
yes, a self-driving car is a very innovative concept which is new now, and all are excited about it coming to the market. Okay, but it is using various technologies, like Ravali said. It is using LiDAR technology, it is using radar technology for a few, and it is also been trained to recognize symbols, road symbols, through artificial intelligence. Okay, so that is how it recognizes the car in front of it or beside it, or so it knows how to switch lanes, okay, without having to remote control it, like how Harshit said. Yeah, you don't need you just need to go sit inside that car and the car would take you to that particular destination. Okay, and only one advantage, as Ravali said, is the object should be big enough for the machine to detect it, right? So they are still working on it, and hopefully it would be a very successful model which will help elders or patients who are not able to drive the car to go to their desired location. Okay, and okay, so we have come to the end of this session. Okay, and we've also seen AI as a good thing and AI as a bad thing, right? So it always depends on how we use this technology. The technology is obviously good for humanity if we use it correctly, right? So with this end of session, I would say that we need to use artificial intelligence in in a way that it helps the humanity and with social responsibility. Okay, and I hope you all enjoyed this session today, and I think a few of you had a problem in accessing the site, but we'll just look into it, and maybe in the next class we would cater to that particular issue. Okay, and hope to see you all soon. Yeah, and do take care. Bye
Yes,
bye.
it was a very nice session. So yeah, thank you so much, children. So we'll try to meet in the next class again. See you soon. Bye bye.
Sabita ma'am, I want to ask few things.
Yes, sure.
So this AI session, all these programmings, you will be teaching all these concepts. You will be teaching in which platform?
Ma'am, actually, this is a beginner level session on just the concepts. Like first, they should understand what is like how they had to understand today computer vision. They had to understand what was natural language processing, and they have to understand what a model is first. Only then, when they have the overall picture about AI, and that is when you would be going into the programming aspect of it.
Okay.
Because this models, creating of artificial models, is actually we are catering to this in somewhere near engineering level. But at this particular school level, what we aim at is they should be aware of the artificial intelligence concepts, and we will be showing them few things like how we showed the RPS game today, that it involves artificial intelligence and it uses computer vision. Yeah, and there are a few Google experiments on AI that is still in the experiment stage. So they can actually play with all these games in their 12 sessions and be acquainted with all the AI concepts first. And along with this, they should also be acquainted with programming, as you said. And for this, we will be using Scratch-based program, or they will be using a programming language called Blocky, which they don't have to type out the instructions, but they can just drag and drop to build their code.
So that will be even more exciting for
Yes.
them to learn.
Yeah, and I also saw Python and all.
Yes, that would be in the intermediate level, ma'am. Just after they have learned this, we will be using, once they learn Blockly programming language, then learning Python wouldn't be tough for them. So that Python would be a text-based programming. So they would need to type out the instructions or programs to run it.
So in these 12 sessions, they will be doing Python as well?
No, not in this 12 sessions, ma'am. It would be in the intermediate level.
Oh, okay.
So in this particular course, they will be introduced to AI and they will be relating to all the AI concepts through different games and structures. And they would also be learning programming, the concept of programming itself, because a few kids would not be introduced into programming. So it's better they are introduced into block-based programming and then they go to text-based programming such as Python or Java or kind of other programming languages.
But my son already knows Scratch and
Okay.
So
I know how to use Scratch.
Okay, good. So we will be also teaching them how to use a few models with Scratch. That is inbuilt AI models that we can be used with Scratch. But if in case you're looking at Python, I think they have another course along with this after the beginners level. So maybe
Python.
Yeah, that would deal with only Python.
But not AI.
Not with this course of AI.
Okay.
This would be of the beginner level, but once they complete this level, we would be going ahead with Python and AI.
Okay. But I heard like Scratch does not have AI components. Cognimat has, but Scratch does not have.
No, ma'am. Actually, Scratch has a few extensions that they can use just to relate to AI concepts. So they can build a small program on chatbot and just see how it's actually getting trained with data first. So we'll be relating to AI concepts, but using the Scratch editor for it.
Yeah, but Scratch has those components. Someone was saying those components are there in Cognimat, which is like similar to Scratch. But
yes, they are those extensions actually.
Okay.
That you can use along with the Scratch editor.
Okay. So that is similar to Cognimat only, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Yes.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, everyone. So hope I see you people soon. Chalo, bye everyone.
Bye, miss.
Bye.
Okay.